Hey y'all, what's up? So I was praying into the prophetic word, the word of the Lord that I released on yesterday about blooming, right? Which is a super exciting word. It's a blooming, flourishing, thriving, succeeding, prospering. It's an exciting word. I know God has already been dealing with some of you all about this, developing and growing rapidly, being healthy, and all of those things. Healthy, having a beautiful, glowing complexion, all of that stuff, right? Even the part about the couples, right? Because we got to understand how important marriage and covenant is to God. I don't even look real in the background. We're gonna keep that in the background. That's awesome. But I was praying into that word to ask the Lord what did He want us to do to contend for that word, and I heard the Lord say no sugar. And so the parameters around no sugar is not that we're wiping out sugar altogether. He generally does, when He's done this with me before with no sugar, it's been no cookies, no cake, no candy, no ice cream, unless you things that have added sugar in it. So things that if you read the label that has naturally occurring sugar in it, that's fine. But anything that has additional sugar that's added to it, guys, it's like no. Okay. Also, it's for 6 months. It's for the rest of the year. Why? Because we're contending for the rest of the year. Because the word of the Lord was that the latter part of our year is going to be better than the former part of our year. So to contend for the latter part, He wants us to remove the sugar from out of our diet. Which I think is awesome. God sees what we need. He sees what our body needs. He sees what our mind needs. And He knows that sugar clouds our mind, right? So He's trying to cleanse us and purify us. Back in the day when when they were being prepared for their king, Esther went through a year-long preparation to prepare themselves for the king. And it wasn't just, I don't know why I would say mind. I don't know about mind, but they prepared their body. Right? It's a purification process. They're purifying their body. They're sanctifying their body. They're cleansing. They're scrubbing. They're getting rid of dirt and sores and all that stuff that took place when you're walking around with no shoes and walking around in dirt and dust. And if you lived a poor lifestyle, you really may be more susceptible to some of those things. But it was a year-long preparation process, right? So God is always preparing us as His bride, like He's preparing us now as the bride, as the church. But even as men, women, we're being prepared for ministry. We're being prepared for purpose. We're being prepared for assignment. Being prepared for marriage. Don't get it twisted. God is all about marriage covenant. He's all about covenant. He's a covenant keeping God. Okay, so He wants you to be made ready if you are desiring marriage, right? So I want you all to let me know in the comments with a click type, double click type down the bottom. Let me know, hey, yeah, I'm down. Whatever it is you want to say to let me know that you are contending with me, because we are going to be doing this consecration together, which also I think is powerful because I've been reading about Acts and about them doing stuff on one accord, and it's so powerful when we do that. So I want to get all of us together because God has called me to a lifestyle of fasting. And although this is not a fast that we're doing, for some of you who've never done a fast, this is a great way to baby step your way into it. It is a commitment, right? And God wants to see that you're committed, that you're willing to contend and fight for the things that you want. I want to also take the time to say that the Israelites, when they went to get the promised land was already theirs, but they still had to contend and take down kings in order to walk in and claim and possess their land. It's the law of appropriation. So if you're going to join this fast, contend with me, no sugar, no added sugar, for 6 months, to contend for the word, for bloom, for flourish, for thriving, for succeeding, for prospering, for the rest of 2023. Let me know in the comments. Until next time, love you. Click tight. Bye.